the 2 quizzes from last week?
I just took the Arab World one, and then I will take the Bini Yadek one after class.
Okay, that's fine. No rush. I just wanted to make sure you didn't forget. Hi, Lexi.
Hello.
How are you?
Pretty good. Kind of tired because it's rainy here.
It's raining.
Yeah.
Is it cold? Cool?
No, it's still pretty warm.
Still pretty warm. Oh. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, we'll start with the flashcards of the Mazdars. Okay, so we went over these briefly yesterday. So only Fatima was here. So Lexi, you can jot these down as we're going. Okay, so our first one is Yadhabu Ila. Lexi, what does Yadhabu Ila mean?
I can't remember right now.
You remember, Fatima? Yadhabu Ila?
He goes to.
He goes to. Okay. So then we have Al-Dhahab Ila, which is going to. Okay. So the Mazdar, and we'll go over this briefly too before we get started with everything else. The Mazdar is also called a verbal noun, and it's an action word, but typically with like that ing form. In English, we say the gerund. Like in this case, going, okay, the ing form of a verb, or to go. So the infinitive form is typically the way it's used. Okay. Okay, yahfadu and al-hifd. What's yahfadu? Fatima?
I don't remember that one.
Okay, Lexi, yahfadu?
No, I don't know.
Okay, yahfadu is to memorize. Yahfadu. Oops. So we have yahfadu al-hifd. Next, Lexi, yadrusu. What's yadrusu?
Just study or studying?
Good. So he studies for the verb, or studying, or to study for the verbal noun, the Mazdar. Fatima, yaktubu?
Hold on, I know it. That's he writes.
He writes. So yaktubu, he writes. El kitaba, to write or writing, the verbal noun. El kitaba. Lexi, yakra'u?
I don't remember.
Fatima, yakra'u?
That one is to write, or he writes?
Not he writes, that's kitaba. Yakra'u.
Is it read?
Reads, good. Okay, so yakra'u, he reads. El kira'a, reading. El kira'a. Okay, Lexi, yasharu bi.
Yasharu. Is it drink?
No, that's yashrabu.
Yeah. I
Yasharu.
don't know.
Fatima? Yasharu B?
Is that one to feel? He feels.
He feels. Okay, to feel something. And sure B, feeling. Very good. Okay, Fatima? Yahsalu ala.
Yes, Allah. That one's he obtained.
He obtains. He obtains. And the verbal noun or the masdar is al-husul ala. Al-husul ala. Let's see. Ya'rafu.
I'm not sure on that one either.
Okay, Fatima, Ya'rafu.
He knows.
He knows. Al-ma'arifa, knowing. Knowing. Okay, let's see. Ya'malu.
He works.
He works. And al-amal, working. Fatima?
Yeskunu. He lives.
He lives, yeskunu, and a second is living or to live. Let's see. Yashrabu.
He drinks.
He drinks. Good. Yashrabu, he drinks. Asharab, drinking. Fatima, yakulu.
He eats.
He eats. And al-akal, eating or to eat. Lexi, yudarisu. Yudarisu.
Is it teaching?
He teaches. He teaches. And at-tadris. At-tadris, teaching. Teaching. At-tadris. This is actually what we call a form 2 verb. And you know it's a form 2 verb because first of all, it has this dhamma here on the first, on the beginning of the word. And then it also has a shadda. That's the main thing. The shadda on the middle radical. And that tells you it's a form 2 verb. And form 2 verbs take this pattern for their masdar. In general, though, with form 1 verbs, you just have to learn it on a case-by-case basis, at least for now. There are patterns, but you have to get to know them. Okay, next, Lexi, yushahidu.
Is it he washes?
Good, he watches. And al-mushahida, watching, watching. Mushahida. And this is a form 3 verb, and it has this kind of a pattern for it, al-mushahida. You'll notice that all of these masdars begin with an alif lam, and that's pretty common actually. Okay, Fatima, yusafiru ila.
Is that one he travels?
He travels to. Yusafiru ila. And asafir ila. Asafir ila, traveling to. Okay, Lexi, yuhibbu.
I am blanking right now.
Fatima, yuhibbu.
He likes or loves.
Okay.
He likes or he loves. And al-hub is liking or loving. Okay, Lexi, yatakharaju. Yatakharaju.
Takara. I don't know.
Fatima?
He graduates.
He graduates. التخرج. Graduating. Lexi, يتذكروا. يتذكروا. يتذكروا.
I'm not sure on that one either.
Okay. Fatima?
He remembers.
He remembers. يتذكر. Okay, Lexi, يتكلموا. يتكلموا.
He speaks.
He speaks or he talks. And the verbal noun, الكلام. Speaking or talking, الكلام. Fatima? يستمع إلى. يستمع إلى.
Is that he listens to?
He listens to. And the verbal noun, الاستماع إلى. Listening to. Very good. Okay, so just to kind of go over what a masdar is. The masdar is a noun that's closely related to a verb. The Arabic word for a verbal noun is masdar, and the plural of masdar is masadar. Masadar. Each verb in Arabic has a unique masdar. Okay, in some cases, you can guesstimate what it is by the form of the verb, but when it comes to Form 1 verbs, there are lots of different masdars, lots of different forms. The masdar has two main uses, and these are important to remember. The first is it's used as an infinitive, usually as like the second verb in a sentence. Like here we have uhibbu دراسة اللغات. I love to study languages, or I love studying languages. Okay? So here you have uhibbu, which is your first action in the sentence, and then you have dirasa. Dirasa is a masdar, and it is a second action in that sentence. Okay? Okay, the second use of the masdar is as an abstract concept of the verb. So we have as-safar bil-autobus sa'ab. Traveling by bus is hard. Here, as-safar is the verb of the sentence, but it's an abstract concept. Okay. Since the masdar is a noun, it's voweled as a noun. So it's going to take tanween at the end, so a double dhamma or feta or kesra, depending on where it's located in the sentence, if it's indefinite. So it's going to take tanween or new nation if it's indefinite, and it will have an alif lam if it's definite. And most of the time you'll find that it's definite. Here I say that. The masdar is almost always definite, either with an alif lam at the beginning, or it may be definite as well as the first term of an idafa. Okay, if the second term of the idafa or subsequent terms of an idafa are definite, or if it's a proper name, for example, it will make the entire idafa definite. But remember, an idafa never begins with an alif lam, okay? But it would still be considered definite. Okay, we just went over the list of verbal nouns. Now let's look at the difference between the verb and the verbal noun. Okay, so here, the Arabic verb contains 3 items of information. It tells us the action, it tells us the actor, who did the action, and it gives us a time frame, whether or not it was past, present, or future. For example, the verb kharaja. So the action is leaving, okay? The actor is he. It's included in the conjugation of the verb. So we know who's doing the action. And then the time frame is based on the conjugation. So here, kharaja is a past tense verb. So because it's a past tense verb, we know it's past. Okay, with the verbal noun, al-kharuj, which means leaving, the verbal noun contains the action. So we know what's going on, the action of leaving. But the verbal noun has no actor or time information. So that's important to remember. But you don't have to conjugate it, which makes it easy to use. Okay, and as I mentioned previously, for a basic Form 1 verb, there is no single pattern to create a verbal noun. So at this point, you will want to memorize the verbal noun along with each new verb that you learn. So just kind of make that a practice as you're going through the semester and you're learning new verbs. Also make sure that you're figuring out what the verbal noun is or the masdar is. It's a form that's used a lot in the Arabic language, so it's really quite important. Okay, let's go back. And yesterday I asked you to do exercise 6. Let me pull that up here. Okay. Okay, so in exercise 6, if we look at the example, we have La uhibbu kitabat al-risal. La uhibbu kitabat al-risal. I don't like writing letters or the writing of letters. Okay, so here we have La uhibbu, which is your first verb in the sentence, and then we have a masdar, kitaba. So in this section, you need to figure out what the masdar is, and then tell me, is it like used like the second verb in the sentence, or is it used as an abstract concept, as we saw in the examples of how to use it? Okay, let's start with Lexi. Read it, tell me what the masdar is, and tell me what the sentence means.
Okay. How Tuhabina al-Sakan fi a second fi New York.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What is that sentence? First of all, what's your masdar?
The masdar is a second.
Good, a second.
A second.
Mm-hmm. And what does it mean? How to habina, a second for New York?
Do you like living in New York?
do you like living in New York? And is this one of those where it's a double verb, or is it an abstract concept?
I think it's an abstract concept.
No, actually here it's a double verb.
Okay.
Because here you have to have been.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's your first action. And then your second action is a second.
Okay.
Right? Okay, good. Okay, Fatima, number 2.
Istemia?
Istemiu.
Istemiu? إلى الكلمات
Mm-hmm.
قبل
Qabla.
قبل قبل قراءتها
Karatiha.
قراءتها so I listened to the words or
Words. The
the
words. Plural.
okay. I listened to the words.
Karatiha. What's
Karantiha is reading,
mm-hmm. So
and
what's
then
Karatiha?
her reading.
Actually, here, the ha refers to Kelimat.
Okay.
Okay, and I don't think you guys have had this yet. You'll get it later in the semester. But when you have a plural noun that's non-rational, irrational, like things or animals, in this case, Kelimat. So you're not talking about people. So any words that you use to refer to that noun have to take feminine singular. Okay, so I listen to the words before reading them in this case.
Okay.
Even though you're not using the plural them, but that's how it would be translated in English. Okay, but that refers back to al kalimat. So what's your masdar here?
Double verb.
That's how you're using it. Because you've got
And the
two
masdar.
actions. And what is your masdar?
Masdar is karatiha.
Good. Okay. So the first verb, the conjugated verb, which is typically how it always works. You have a conjugated verb, and then you have a masdar in the sentence. Okay, and that's what you have here. So you have a conjugated verb, istemi'u, and then you have kiratiha, reading them. Okay, very good. Okay, Lexi, number 3.
صديقتي مشغولة بكتبة
B.
B. Okay, yeah. B كتابة الوجبات no وجبة
الواجب.
الواجب. Okay. So says my friend is busy reading
الواجب.
the wajib.
What's الواجب?
I don't know.
Fatima, do you know الواجب?
Is that the news?
No, الواجب is the homework. Wajib, homework. Okay. So what's your masdar here?
Kitaba.
Kitaba. Good. Okay. So my friend is busy with writing the homework.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Fatima, number 4.
أذهب إلى المكتبة this one again.
القراءة.
لقراءة الأخبار. Oh, that's the word for news. Okay. So I go to the library in order to read the news.
Exactly. And your master here is?
قراءة.
Good. Qira'a. Qira'a, reading. Okay. And here again, you've got that conjugated verb, and then you've got the masdar. Okay. Number 5, Lexi.
الشمول.
الشعور.
الشعور. الواحدة.
الواحدة.
الواحدة. صعب جدا. Okay.
What's your masdar here?
Is the first one I feel? Okay,
Good.
I feel. واحدة.
Well, look at
alone.
It's not I feel. What is it?
Feeling. Okay, feeling.
Feeling. Okay.
Is that lonely?
Lonely. Feeling lonely.
Is hard. Really hard.
Is very difficult or very hard. Okay. So what's your masdar here?
The الشعور.
الشعور. Good. الشعور. So here, you'll notice that that's the concept, the abstract concept. Feeling lonely. It's an abstract concept. Very good. Okay. Fatima, number 6.
هل تدرس للحصول على الدكتوراه؟
الدكتوراه.
الدكتوراه. Do you study in order to obtain the doctorate?
The doctorate. Very good. Okay. And what's your masdar here?
حصول.
حصول. الحصول. Good. الحصول على. The actual masdar الحصول. Okay. And here again, you've got a conjugated verb and a masdar. Okay. Very good. Okay. Lexi, number 7.
والد معها يحبون العمل في الأمم المتحدة.
المتحدة.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Is that Maha's father?
يحب.
Likes.
العمل.
Working.
في الأمم المتحدة.
I know that. Okay, I don't know.
Fatima, can you help her out? الأمم المتحدة.
United Nations?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. الأمم المتحدة.
Is that the United States?
Not United States.
United Nations.
United Nations.
Okay.
Very good. United Nations. Okay. Lexi, what's your masdar here?
Amal.
Al-amal. Very good. Al-amal. Okay. Here again, you have a conjugated verb and you have the masdar. Okay. Fatima, number 8.
Just to let you know, I'm here too.
Lena, that's you. Is that Lena?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Okay, Fatima?
Istadatuna?
Uh-huh.
La Tehebun?
La tahabbu.
La Tehebu. A Tedris.
Mm-hmm.
A Tedris. Filsai or Filsabah.
The sabah.
Filsabah. Is that our professors?
It's actually our female professor.
Our female professor.
Ustadatuna.
Our female
La tahabbu.
doesn't like
Uh-huh.
doesn't like to teach
Uh-huh.
in the morning.
In the morning. Very good. And what's your masdar here?
A Tedris.
At Tedris. Good. So you've got tuhibbu, which is a conjugated verb, and then you have a Tedris, the masdar. Very good. Okay, Lena, number 9.
شرب القهوة في الصباح وهذا جميل.
Mm-hmm.
Was drinking coffee in the morning. Jamil is, I want to say beautiful, but
It's beautiful. Yeah, drinking coffee in the morning is beautiful. And what's your masdar here?
masdar would be I don't know.
Lexi, what's the masdar here?
Sharab.
Uh-huh, sharab. Why doesn't sharab have an alif lam on it?
Is it because a kahawa has an alif lam? Is it an idafa?
Good. Okay, so this is an idafa. This is an idafa. The drinking of coffee. The drinking of coffee. Sharab al-kahwa. So here you've got your masdar, and it's in an idafa. So it's definite, but it doesn't take an alif lam. Okay, let's say the last one, number 10.
Hal tehebun.
Tehabuna.
Tehabuna mushahada.
Mushahidat.
Shahida. Al-aflam.
Al-aflam.
Al-aflam. Al-Arabiya.
Al-Arabiya. Uh-huh.
Do
Do you all?
Yeah, do you all like
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you guys like to watch?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you guys like
Al-aflam.
to
Uh-huh.
watch?
Al-aflam al-Arabiya.
I don't know what al-aflam is.
Lina, الأفلام.
So the films, movies, something like that?
Films or movies.
Okay. So do you guys like watching Arabic movies?
Very good, exactly. And your masdar is?
Mushahada. Mushahada.
Mushahida. Very good. And here again, you have a conjugated verb, and then you have the masdar. Okay. And here, al-aflam al-arabiya is another example of what I talked about earlier, when you have a plural of a thing, in this case, films or movies. The words that you use to describe them will always be feminine singular. So you never use a plural adjective with a plural of a thing. And you'll, like I said, be getting that later in the semester. Okay, I want you to, for homework, to do section number 7. It's a translation section, so they give you sentences in English, and they want you to use the masdar and write these sentences. Okay, and this will be part of your assignment that's due on Sunday. So I know it definitely includes exercise 1, which we did yesterday, and exercise 6. It definitely includes that. It includes exercise 7. It will be all under the week 2 grammar exercises for Al-Kitab. Okay, so all of these will need to be written out and turned in on Sunday. Okay, just so you're aware of that. Kind of helps if you do, 1 or 2 a night instead of waiting till Sunday and trying to do them all on one day. It's just better to spread them out. So for tomorrow, work on this one because it might take you a little bit of time. Okay, let's see, I'm going to first do a little, I'm going to tell you what we'll be talking about in the next section. Anybody have any questions about masdars? Does that make sense? Good with the masdar?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. There is a video if you want to watch it, or you have the handouts too that you can look at. Lena, you may want to do that. Okay, so our next section is talking about why and because. Okay, so why in Arabic is limada, limada. And if somebody asks you a why question with limada, the way you're going to answer it is with one of these alternatives. You could say li, or bisabab, or li'anna. Li, bisabab, or li'anna. We're going to talk about the differences between those connectors and how they're used. Okay, so li means in order to or for. Li'anna means because, and bisabab means because of. Seems like just a tiny little difference, but it's important because of the word that you have to use when you use that particular connector word. So li is in order to or for, and li'anna is because, and bisabab is because of, because of. Okay, we use li with either the masdar or al-mudara, fa'al al-mudara. Fa'al al-mudara is a present tense verb. So you're going to use li either with a masdar or with a present tense verb. Remember, li means in order to or for. Let's look at a couple of examples. We have edrusu lil hasul ala baccalaureus. Lexi, can you tell me what that means? Edrusu للحصول على بكالوريوس.
I study I study للحصول. I study to obtain
Baccalaureus.
Oh, my bachelor's?
The bachelor's degree. Okay. So if you say أدرس للحصول على, you're saying you're using li with what? What are you using it with here? Are you using it with a present tense verb or with a masdar?
Masdar?
A masdar. Good. Okay. So you have li, and then the next word has an aleph lam on it, but the aleph drops out, and it's written like this: lil husul ala. But here's your masdar. You could also say adrusu li asalu ala baccalaureus, which here you're using li with a present tense verb conjugated for ana. Both basically mean exactly the same thing. So they're pretty much interchangeable. Okay. Okay, another example. We have يذهبون إلى المكتبة للدراسة. Lena, what does that mean? يذهبون إلى المكتبة للدراسة.
We are going to المكتب.
Not we are going.
Oh,
يذهبون.
he goes.
Not he goes. يذهبون. يذهب would be he goes. What's يذهبون?
They go?
They go. They go. Okay?
They go إلى المكتبة to the مكتبة to the library. للدراسة for studying.
In order to study or for studying. Okay? You could also say يذهبون إلى المكتبة ليدرسوا. ليدرسوا. Here you're using the subjunctive form of the verb. Okay? But it's a present tense verb. Okay, and third example. أختي تدرس للحصول على الدكتوراه. Fatima, what's that telling us?
My sister studies in order to obtain her doctorate. Doctorate.
Okay. So here again, you're using the masdar. Okay, and when you see this again, the two lambs next to each other, it actually is a li, which means in order to or for, and then an aleph lam on husul. So it's el husul, but you don't say el husul and the aleph drops out. So it's lil husul. It's li plus an aleph lam and then your masdar. You could also say أختي تدرس لتحصل على الدكتوراه. They're interchangeable, okay? But you're using li in all of these cases plus either the masdar or a present tense verb. Okay, now let's take a look at bisabab. Bisabab. Bisabab is used to give a one word or short phrase explanation. Bisabab means because of. Because of. It's never used with a full sentence. It's always used with either just a word or a phrase, but it's never used as a sentence. So it's bisabab plus ism or a noun in an idafa, either a noun by itself or in an idafa. Okay, so we have some examples. لا أحب مدينة جدة بسبب الازدحام والتاكس. Okay, لا أحب مدينة جدة بسبب الازدحام والتاكس. Lena, what does that mean?
I don't like the city Jeddah. Is that it? Okay. Because of istiham. What's istiham?
Al-Izdiham. We can help her out. Al-Izdiham. Anybody remember? Overcrowdedness. Overcrowdedness.
Oh, overcrowdedness. And what was الطقس?
It's a tux.
الطقس. Wouldn't it be? I want to say the weather, right?
It is the weather. It is the weather. Very good. Okay. So here we have بسبب الازدحام والتاكس. So you have a phrase here. Okay. Because of the overcrowdedness and the weather. So بسبب is always followed by either a single noun or a phrase, but never a full sentence. Let's look at the second example. أحب الخريف بسبب الجو الجميل. Lexi, what does that mean? أحب الخريف بسبب الجو الجميل.
I like Kharif. I'm not sure what Kharif is.
Lena, al-Kharif. What's al-Kharif?
I'm not necessarily sure, but I want to say I want to say it's fall, but I'm not
It is fall. It is fall. Okay, so I like the fall. بسبب الجو الجميل.
Because the weather is beautiful.
It's not because the weather is beautiful. Here, look at what we have. And it's a very slight difference, but it changes the word that you're going to use. بسبب الجو الجميل. So it's because of the beautiful weather.
Okay.
Okay. So if you didn't have this extra alif lam here, it would be الجو جميل. But then we could use بسبب. Because then we have a full sentence. See that?
Okay. Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So الجو الجميل because of the beautiful weather. So بسبب means because of, and it requires a noun or a phrase, but you can never use it with a full sentence. Okay, next one is لأن. لأن. لأن is because. And we use لأن plus a jumla ismiya. So it's used along with a sentence that begins with a noun or a name. Okay, so in this case, it requires a full sentence. So when you have لأن, you need a full sentence. Let's look at some examples here. We have لا يحب الشتاء في روسيا لأن الطقس فيه بارد جدا. فاطمة؟ لا يحب الشتاء في روسيا لأن الطقس فيه بارد جدا.
He doesn't like the winter. Ferusia. I don't know what that means.
Lexi, Russia?
Oh, is it Russia?
Russia, very good.
Okay. I was combining fee and Russia to one long word. Okay. He doesn't like the weather in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Because the weather is very cold.
Because the weather is very cold. Okay, So there you have a full sentence. الطقس فيه بارد جدا. The tux in it is very cold. And for that reason, we have to use لأن. Okay, let's look at another example. لا يذهب إلى الجامعة اليوم لأنه مريض. Lexi, لا يذهب إلى الجامعة اليوم لأنه مريض.
He's not going to university today because he's sick.
Good, exactly. Okay, here you'll notice that we've got لأنه. So with لأن, you can always add a pronoun to it, just like this, a possessive pronoun suffix. So you can have, for instance, لأنني, because I, or لأنها, because she, لأنه, because he. So any of those possessive pronoun suffixes can be added on to the word. But because he is sick, so he is sick is a full sentence. It's a jumla ismiya. Okay, and that's what we need when we're using anna. Okay, so there are 3 different words that you're going to use when you're asking a why question. Remember, why is limada. You can answer either using li, bisabab, or li'anna. And li is used with a masdar and a present tense verb. Bisabab is used with a noun or a phrase. And li'anna is used with a jumla ismiya. Okay? So let's go to the exercise, and I'd like you to work on this exercise as well tonight. Pull it up. And all of these exercises are in the section that say, let's see, I'll show you here in a minute. Okay, so they will all be here where it says AK6. Oh, no, not there. Sorry. AK6 grammar exercises. Okay, so when you click on that, you can actually download like all of these pages, which you're going to need to turn in the assignment. Okay, and you don't have to print off all of them, just the ones with the exercises that you need. Okay, so we have, okay, first of all, let me show you these. These are when I told you that you can add the pronoun onto li'anna. This is a list of some of them. So li'anni, li'annani, la'annaka, la'anniki, la'annahu, la'annaha, la'annana, la'annakum, and la'annahum. Just so you're aware of those. And we'll go on to exercise 9. And in exercise 9, you have to decide, do we need bisabab, li'anna, or li? Okay, so let's start with Lena, number 1. Read it and tell me what you're going to put in the blank.
زوجي دائما تعبان لأنه شغال البيت شغل البيت.
No, go back and tell me what the sentence means and tell me how you change it.
Okay. زوجي دائما تعبان. So زوجي is my husband. دائما تعبان. He's always tired.
He's always tired. Okay, now look what you've got after the blank. You have Shughal al-Bayt.
Oh, the
So is Shughal al-Bayt a full sentence? Is it a masdar or is it a phrase?
I want to say it's Mazda, right? شغل البيت.
It's actually not a masdar.
Oh, so it's what do you call it? A phrase. Phrase.
It's a phrase. It's a phrase. So what do we have to use instead?
Would it be بالسبب?
Bisabab. Exactly. Bisabab.
So بالسبب.
Shughal al-Bayt is housework. Okay, so my husband is always tired because of the housework. Ha ha ha. That is a rare occurrence, I think, still. It's getting better, but okay. Let's see. Lexi, number 2.
La Yahabu Asif.
A saif.
Asif. Okay. Asif. Blank. Eljo. Fia.
Fihi.
Fihi. Okay. Fihi. Dahman. Har. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So he doesn't like. Not sure what a saif is. But
The summer.
the summer. Okay. Would it be Leon?
Li'anna. Good. Li'anna.
The weather. The weather is always hot.
Uh-huh. The weather in it in the summer is always hot. Very good.
Oh,
So
yeah.
here we need li'anna because we have al-jo fihi da'iman har. It's a full sentence. So you have to have li'anna. Very good. Fatima, number 3.
La amal
Uh-huh.
al-an blank indi amatanat
Imtihanat.
imtihanat هذا الأسبوع.
Mhm.
Would that be Lena?
Good. Li'anna. Li'anna. Okay, and what does that mean?
I don't work now because I have that's no
Imtihanat.
imtihanat. Oh, is it tests?
Uh-huh. Examinations.
Okay.
Hada al-usbu'a.
This week?
This week. Very good. Okay, Lena, number 4.
أختي تدرس للحصول على الدكتوراه.
Uh-huh. Good. What does it
لي.
mean?
Oh.
Li.
So my sister, she's studying for in order to obtain doctoral.
The doctorate degree. Very good. So here you have Lee, and when you write Lee and then El Hasul Allah, remember that the Lee attaches to the lam of the Hasul Allah, and the Aleph drops out. So you're going to have a double lam when you write it. Lil Hasul Allah. Okay, Lexi, number 5.
Nahabu.
Nuhibbu.
Nuhabu. El Suffer. Ila. El Shrak.
A shark.
El Shark. El Awasit.
Al Ausat.
El Ausit. Oh. Bisabab al-Darasa? No. Li al-Darasa?
Lil dirasa.
Al-Darasa.
Dirasa. Here, a dirasa is a masdar.
Mhm.
Okay, it's a masdar. And again, when you put li with a word aleph lam, the aleph is going to drop out and the lambs are written right next to each other. Lil dirasa. Okay, in order to study. Okay, we're out of time. So finish up the rest of that. And let me know if you have any questions on any of the exercises tomorrow. And tomorrow is Thursday, so we will be working out of the Munder Yunus book. Okay, we might, depending on how quickly we get through it, we might actually do another exercise from El Kitab. We'll see how it goes. Okay, any questions?
No.
No? Okay, I will see you tomorrow then, inshallah.
Thank you, Maslama.
Ma salama.